Hi guys, I want to present tonight a famous Mexican painter that beyond her art, her personality becomes adopted as one of the banners of feminism, sexual freedom, and Mexican culture. I'm going to talk to you about Frida Kahlo and how she faced, stood, and overcome a difficult life, becoming an icon not only in the painting, but in the political, gender, and sexual issues.
Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo Calderón was born in July 6 of 1907 in Mexico City, being the third of four daughters, but the difficulties in her life started soon. At the age of 6, Frida fell ill with polio, and as a result, her right leg was less developed. In that difficult moment, her father believed she would be able to recover and encouraged her to continue.
As a very young child, with the opening of stories of both genders, she started to influence by her reading, creating the preamble to her future political and feminist stance. But then, a second hard moment struck. In 1925, Frida was traveling in a bus that was crashed by a streetcar, destroying it completely.
The collision caused her fractures to the spinal column, clavicle, ribs, pelvic bone, and legs, among other injuries that marked the start of a tortuous existence from a physical, psychological, and emotional perspective.
Actually, that accident made her to stay in bed for a long period, and in that moment, she found that painting was the way to survive and self-express.
That's when her father manufactured an easel adapted for her to paint.
She didn't thought that she would be a painter, but given the circumstances, she started to capture the raw pain in her paintings, including symbolism representing her dreams and thoughts, converged to ironic notes and references to folk culture in Mexico.
Besides her self-portraits, she painted her family members, portraits of public figures, and a few landscapes.
Later, she met Diego Rivera, and she married him in 1929.
The couple's relationship was passionate and creative, and they were both affiliated with the Communist Party of Mexico, being highly influenced by the revolutionary ideas of the time.
But the conflicts were also frequent, given the countless infidelities on the part of Diego that led Frida to involve in different relationships too, with both men and women. Frida thought she should never have married Diego, and she decided to divorce him in 1939. But a year later, they regret that decision. They shouldn't have divorced. Their love must have been really strong, mustn't it? They had already decided to marry again in 1940 when they agreed to have autonomous sex life. Throughout her life, Frida faced a series of operations and serious consequences. Three pregnancies ended in miscarriage, a situation that must have affected seriously Frida. Reason why she painted one of her most famous paintings called Heavy for a Hospital, where she represents her abortion. In her work and her daily life, including her language and even her wardrobe, Frida believed that she would rescue the roots of Mexican folk art. During her life, she held several exhibitions in the United States, Mexico, and Europe. After a number of health problems that even led her to amputate her right leg, finally, Frida Kahlo died in 1954.
Frida wrote at the end of her diary before her death, "I hope the way out is joyful, and I hope I never come back."
Frida represented in her time and still represents nowadays a symbol of feminism, capturing herself in her paintings, but in an ambiguous and even an androgynous way, with male characteristics as a big eyebrows and her easy pin mustache. She was one of the first painters who represents female identity by her own view, rejecting the traditional view of the feminine drew from the male vision. She actively contributed to the station of a new kind of identity for women, And that's why I think that Frida Kahlo is a really important woman to admire.